Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to the next gameplay stream for Dungeons 2. My name is Chris. You might know me from events such as the last Dungeons 2 stream or that one time that you didn't pay your phone bills and someone threw a rock into your window. That was me. Yes. No, actually, I'm the producer for Dungeons 2 and I will be your host for this evening. While you were attentively watching these names scroll by here, I was preparing for the stream. I know we've not been streaming Dungeons 2 for a while now, a couple of weeks I think, while you had such cool streams like Crooks, the Big Heist. But that doesn't mean that we were not working on the game very hard. You see, as you may have guessed by this cute little button over here, we have been working on DLC, new content for Dungeons 2. And most of the players that already have played a lot of Dungeons 2 will have seen that we have already released some multiplayer and skirmish maps for free. So we wanted to put the content that we put out for as a paid DLC to be something special. So we gave the DLC kind of a theme to it, and as you may have guessed from the really anonymously named stream called Dragons here, the theme for the first DLC is dragons. The DLC actually is called A Chance of Dragons, and it actually brings three new maps for skirmish, which all bring kind of a neatly very cool new feature to it, a new mechanic you might call it, and of course dragons. The first, so we have like 3 maps, and they are kind of, it makes sense to play them one after another. So hatchlings would be the first ones, vassals would be the third one, the second one, and then smog would be the third one. All of them have a pretty unique mechanic to it. Hatchlings will have you battle spawners of small dragons all over the map as soon as you evil fire sector. Vassals will kind of have you battle 3 big areas. Will have you battle three different areas on the overworld that are very distinct from each other, like an ice world, a fairy world, and like a mine world, that are all controlled by vessels of the big dragon. And then Smog, actually the map that I show you today, has a kind of unique twist to it that I'll show you later on. As always in skirmish, you can kind of set starting gold, dungeon level, and what we introduced with one of the patches, if you have not seen that, is the difficulty level that you can now ramp up to hard, very hard, and then impossible, which kind of is, well, impossible. For today, because I want to show you all the cool stuff very quickly and not take up a lot of your time, I'll set it to normal and then to high gold level and the dungeon level 3, which makes things well, a little bit easier, but most of all it makes it quicker. So let's see, this map has 18 sectors, and it's relatively small with like a map set of 75 to 75, but you'll soon see why this has kind of a unique setting to it. So let's start the map Smog. So, let me first of all make an introduction to everybody that is kind of new to the series here. Dungeons 2 is a dungeon management game which lets you build your own dungeon freely in the underground, and then lets you take up your minions onto the overworld to evilify it and kind of slay everybody that is yeah, a do-gooder, let's say that. So first of all, you kind of personify the specter of the ultimate evil here. This the soul of him is sitting on his throne here, and you are kind of flying about as the like disembodied hand that can cool things like pick up your minions, toss them around, and then give them a big old slap, so they will work harder. The first creatures you have here are the snots, that are kind of your worker units, and you can use them to dig out gold, for example, that you'll need for new rooms and units and stuff. And of course to dig out new rooms that you just kind of paint over here, and then they will start digging them out. Your units all want something, like they want gold in a reasonable amount of time. They want beer, of course, and they want some other things as well. So you'll need to build. You'll need to build certain rooms if you want to proceed. First of all, I built a treasury here to store all the gold, which is kind of a good idea if I want to hoard gold. And then the next thing I will build. The next thing I will build is the Tinkerer's Cave. Right, the Tinkerer's Cave is where the goblins work, and it is a room that is used to create toolboxes that you'll need to set up traps and stuff like that, and also to research new stuff. But it, of course, needs a create or mate, like an interaction gimmick, as we call it. Every room that produces something needs an interaction gimmick. This is actually the advanced, the improved creator mat, which lets you produce more stuff at the same time, and this gives me access to the goblins. Here is little Vishex here, working in the Tinkerer's Cave to produce toolboxes. I could use the Tinkerer's Cave to research new rooms and stuff, but as I've started on dungeon level 3, I already have most of the stuff researched that I need in this mission, so I'll skip that for now. To produce beer, I produce a brewery and then put a brewing kettle in there, and my snots will eventually, here it is, will eventually start producing beer there, that my units will from time to time come by and grab a drink of. Okay, here's the next room that I will try to unveil here, while at the same time I will get an orc here, which is kind of your basic fighting unit. You see that in this level there are 2 entrances to your dungeon, like one above here and one in the lower half of the map. But there are also, which is kind of new in the Dungeons universe, 2 spawners for yeah, kind of neutral units, creeps as we call them. Like, there is a spawner for little red dragons here, and there's a spawner for red and a little bigger black dragons here. And aside from the hero units or whatever comes from the outside world through these gates into your dungeon, which poses a threat, another threat is actually posed by these spawners inside your dungeon. So that is a kind of a new mechanic in Dungeons 2 now, and it makes for a lot more, well, tactical gameplay. Like, now I don't, I'm not only, I don't, there's more to just defending your dungeon from the outside world, but also from the inside world. So, let's see, set up a new treasury here, get a new orc, and then set up this, a forge. A forge is actually where the trolls work, and it needs a forge workshop, but I don't have enough money, so I'll get some more by digging out this gold here and this gold there. Here's another gold vein as well, and here as well. And I will start setting up traps, so I will not be overrun by anyone coming from above or from the spawner areas here. Let's see. Here would be a good place for a trap, and no, not this one. This one would be better. Boop. Okay. See, my goblins are working in the Tinkerer's Cave here, producing toolboxes that I'll need to set up the traps. And of course there's Payday, and my orcs and goblins will walk into the treasury and get their pay, if I would have some. Let's see. Okay, here we go. There's more gold to this, and maybe I need some more. Yes, I will need some more. I will need some more snots here. No wonder this is all going a bit slow. Let's see. Snaffle here, and those snots as well. Hopefully they'll get more gold coming in soon.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
There's a first enemy coming into my dungeon. It is, strangely, not a hero, but an undead, a skeleton. Well, nonetheless, it is an enemy. Let's get rid of it. Not a big threat, but I wonder what's on the outside world if there's not a hero coming in, but an undead. Okay, let's see. Set up a trap here. And then set up a trap here as soon as Snoots is ready. Digging out the area. Come on. Here we go. Okay. See here is there's also
there are enemies in your
a mana crystal that I'll need to get Naga. So let's see as soon as I get this. Another undead coming from the other area. Let's get rid of him as well until we have new traps built up here.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Oh, and the dragons are spawning new units as well. So this is gonna be interesting. Okay, let's see. Orcs will get rid of the mini dragons here. Okay, I think, yeah, they'll can cope with that. Maybe I can get rid of that little dragon as well while I'm on it. And then let's see, more gold. Here we go. So one of the first things you'll notice is one of the challenges in these maps is not defending your dungeon. That will come by time, but actually finding the places where all the gold is stored and to get ahead real quickly. Let's get oh yeah, now I have enough for forge workshops. Setting this up here so I can recruit a troll. Trolls will work in the forge on improving the skills of your units, like armor and additional skills and stuff like that. Because I'm already dungeon level 3, I have researched most of the skills, but there will be some more to research. Okay, this kind of looks, yeah, like a hard to come by dragon. Let's see, maybe I need some more units for that. He seems a little bit tougher than the guys he sent out. Maybe he's a veteran. Okay, let's see. I've set up a crystal chamber here that is used to gather mana, and working in there will be Ty Swift here, one of the Nagas that I've just recruited. A nice thing to do. Oh, now the veteran.
A room full of rats has been unearthed.
Let's get Ty Swift out of there and get rid of that dragon while he's still in the range of my traps. Yes, that should work out. Very nice. And then, while we're at it, it would be a good idea to get rid of the spawner building as well, because otherwise there will be more units coming into my dungeon. Oh, my snots have uncovered like an area where rats are, but they don't need to bother me at the moment. I think while they are making my snots nervous, they don't pose a great threat here. Bigger threat would be to run out of gold, so let's start digging out more gold here. Bam, here we go. Okay. Maybe set up some more traps. Well, traps don't cost gold, but they cost you toolboxes, and of course they cost you time of your snots to get the toolboxes there and set up the traps. But it's worth the while. Okay, here's more gold. Very good. Let's set up a small treasury here so that I don't need to work so far.
Payday.
He's still working on the spawner here, and there's a dead orc. Maybe I should set up a hospital here, and so I can just put him in here and put him on a hospital bed, and then he'll be revived. Okay, here we go. Maybe I need something with a bit more punch, like the Nagas are pretty good in ranged combat and they deal a little bit more damage than the orcs, but eventually to get an edge I will have to upgrade my units, which is done in the arena, and for that I will build 1 or 2 arenas now. My snots have been producing a lot of beer here, so I'll make room for some more storage. Yeah, let's see. While I'm like working on my dungeon here, please feel free to ask any questions, right? There's lots of time to answer your questions. I'm monitoring the chat as I go along. Okay, here we go. Still waiting for a bit more gold. You see that we are still working on the balancing for this, so there might be the need to make gold a little bit more accessible here. Tentatively we are
entered the dungeon.
Oh, a lot more enemies here. A lot more done. There's a skeleton, and now he's brought a friend along that looks like a zombie. Strange. Interesting. Where'd that come from? Okay, so my units got rid of this dragon spawner here, which is nice. But there's still the other dragon spawner down here, which will eventually spawn dragons that come into my dungeon, and there are some rats here that I'll get rid of now, because Snuffle here is making me really exhausted by his running around. Okay, let's see. So, we're setting up traps here, which is fine. Yeah, as said, we're still balancing this, and it's a little bit off to release, but we are working to get this DLC released most probably beginning of August. So you can kind of look forward to that. Okay. There's still the spawner here. There's more gold here. I'll need some more gold to set up the arenas. Yes. Still needs more gold. I can set up more like tar pit traps here.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Pro tip, if you hold shift while setting traps, then they will not be deselected when you put one down. Another skeleton with his friend, like the zombie slurping zombie here, but they'll not be like. There's no threat for my improved Thresher traps here. Yeah, here we go. Still, if I want to conquer the outside world, then I'll have to upgrade my minions, and that means I'll need a fighting pit for that. And that again means I need lots more gold. Let's see. Take some of these and then maybe get them working here. So that they'll dig out the fresh gold. Because I see this question often, it's like there are normal gold veins and then there are rich gold veins like this one. That last a little bit longer, but give you small amounts of gold each time you dig them. And then in skirmish maps there are actually infinite gold veins, like jewel gold veins as we call them. And they last forever, so in skirmish maps you'll never run completely out of gold, but of course you'll need to like keep up on producing. Okay. Oh, will there be random monster camps and the skirmish maps, or will the map be fixed? At the moment, fixed maps, because you see the upgrading to some kind of random mechanic on the overworld or in the underworld or in the dungeon would mean a lot of work. I mean, it's not like we don't want to do that, but it's unreasonable to start working on that now, I think. But you'll see that there is lots more content coming, and lot more mechanics coming as well. So, but at this time we're not planning to get random dungeons or random skirmish maps or random monster camps on the overworld. So now I can buy a fighting pit, and as soon as I have that, I can start upgrading my units. Like just toss an orc in there, and then I decide if I want to make him a chieftain or an ironhide. Like at the moment, like let's get this first orc to be an orc chieftain that has an orc warhound with him and can give a buff to units in his vicinity. It would be wiser to have 2 arenas running here, but I'll need some more gold for that, so let's see how quickly my snots can get that. In the meantime, I could take care of this dragon spawner here, but they are pretty tough to get by, and there's 3 of them, so I might want to train my units a little bit more for that. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can also... Yeah, that might be an idea. I can try to lure them into my traps. Let's see. Maybe they'll run into my traps. Let's see. Get him back. Oh yeah! Now you guys get lost here, and then... No. Let them run. And then they'll run into my traps, which is pretty nice. At least they'll get a little bit of... Ooh, okay. Not a lot of damage they get here, but... I hopefully will be able to... Oh yeah. Yeah, let's see. Now they're kind of in the trap here. and I'll get them down quickly. Okay, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so much for those guys. Not the smartest dragons around. But there's still this spawner, so I'll need to get rid of that. But I think these 3 units will get them. Will get that down over time. In the meantime, I've gathered, I think, enough gold for a second arena, so I'll start upgrading a goblin into a gobblebot with flamethrowers, which is pretty cool. Oh, more undead, 2 skeletons, and a zombie. Strange. Okay, I should probably start building a defibrimat as well to get my units, like, resuscitated once they die on the overworld. Let's see, that takes 1,000 golds, that should be done quickly. Okay. Here we go. No place for that. Come on, Snark. Make some room here. Okay, the spawner is going down reasonably quickly. So that would eradicate the two problems inside my dungeon. Please keep in mind that I have started on dungeon level 3. But if I had started on dungeon level 1, there would have been much more build-up to do until I would have been able to, like, build these traps, for example, or get the upgrades for the units. So there will be a lot more competition, let's say, in the dungeon by these spawners. And there will be more attacks coming in until you will be able to get them down. But now this threat is eradicated, and now we can kind of focus on the overworld there. Let's set up a hospital here, just in case something happens, and then start upgrading more of my units. This one will be an orc ironhide, and I think at the same time I need to, like, get more population points, but they'll take some more mana and gold. But Hushi Tai Swift here is working on that. So my dungeon is reasonably safe at the moment. Let's see what we can do next. We have the forge here and haven't done a lot with it lately. I would suggest using the steel ironhides upgrade there to get my steel orcs, ironhide orcs, even more armor. The gobblebot is ready in just a few seconds. Fix Clarks here will upgrade to a gobblebot.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Which is a pretty cool unit, one of my favorites, that is spewing fire all over the place and is kind of impeccable to ranged attacks. Let's see how he fares against these undead here. Bam, here you go. Let's give him another orc.
Payday.
So, you see, the flames do AoE damage, and that pretty much takes out a lot of units around the gobblebot. Okay, let's see. There is another orc here. This one is improving himself. This is Shogak here, and then the other orc should be upgraded to an ironhide as well. This should go reasonably quickly. Yes, the ironhide is pretty quickly. Like the upgrading a troll, for example, takes more time. For those of you that have only started playing Dungeons 2 in the vanilla way, so when it just released, you may have seen that we have made a lot of improvements to the game. Like, for example, the performance is much better now than it was at release, running between like 40 to 60 30 to 60 FPS at the moment. And for example, we have made some improvements to the UI as well. Like you have this quick grab UI, as we call it, where you can see what each of your unit is doing at the moment, what his work and fighting levels are, and you can kind of grab him out of the pickup UI here and throw them wherever you want. So that makes playing Dungeons 2 a lot more like accessible, let's say. Oh, that's a nice graphic glitch there. Grabbed her out of producing mana, and now she will become a Naga Queen that is able to heal other units in battle, which I foresee will be a good skill. Our Orc has improved the Iron Heights of our Ironhide Orcs, so there's not much more to research here. Maybe the Gobblebot shield that makes them pretty much invincible against ranged attacks, which is pretty neat. And I can set up one or more traps here. Yeah, this one would be nice. And maybe a rolling bullet trap, which is pretty cool. Okay, let's see. Tarasha. Where's this orc? Come on, Narum. Get on with it. Okay. More gold here. And then I think we'll soon be set up to explore whatever is on the overworld. Da-da-da. Let's make another Gobblebot. But I think soonish we'll have enough units to at least do the first round of overworld exploration here. In the meantime, let's dig out this area, whatever that is. Like, you see, there's granite around here that I cannot pierce through, but there's one entrance here. It's kind of like a level designer's way to tell you there's something behind here, you know? Okay.
A room with heroes has been unearthed.
Let's upgrade this. Oh yeah, a room with heroes, right. Oh, 2 tiny little dwarves. Cannon fodder.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
More undead. What's with all the undead running around lately? I mean, what is this? The north? Okay, so much for these dwarves here. They'll not be another threat. And I think I can take my units now and explore the overworld. Let's see. Let's see what is outside here. So, as I've told you, the overworld is, in this map, is kind of special. Like, there is no real overworld, but when you get out of your dungeon, it is actually the dungeon of Smog. A bigger dungeon, a kind of labyrinthine dungeon that you can explore, and on the end of this dungeon there will be smog waiting for you. Like, not like the LA smog, but yeah, you know, you get the deal. New units for the factions are not planned at the moment. Like, not for the DLCs. As always, the map has some perks lying around, like this one is chance of landing critical hits plus 15. Let's give that to Shurgak here. And you see there, it seems there was someone discovering or exploring this dungeon as well, but he wasn't quite as lucky as we are. Let's continue here. This is kind of an underground river here. Oh yeah, we introduced autosaving in one of the later patches, if you haven't noticed yet. This is kind of an underground river. And there's caverns to be explored here. Rats. Some more rats. Why are there graves running around? Like, why are the graves in a... there's another undead here. A zombie. It seems Smog kinda like surrounding himself with undead for whatever reason. Okay, let's see. We'll need some more upgraded units here. Let's see, there is another orc, and he'll be another chieftain as well. And Vunyan here will be upgrading to Thrall Rock Thrower. So that's good to go. There are more undead here. Undead archers or something? Okay, why not? I wonder where all these undead models are coming from. I don't know. Okay, zombies. A wizard. Okay, undead wizard? No, a normal wizard. If you're working on video games, do you do you stop playing video games privately? No, you don't. Absolutely not. Like, it may be that in your free time you start playing other games and not the games that you're currently working on, just to get like an idea of what other games do. But I think it's important to see what other game developers do. Just, well, sometimes to see what you can do better, sometimes to see what you should avoid doing. More undead here. There is zombies, and there is there's a potion and another zombie here. This kind of looks like an undead dungeon. I don't know. Okay. Spiders! Yes, why not for a change? Spiders! Come on, get down. Okay. There's another, like, really unfortunate fella there. How did he ever get up there? Oh, dragons! Yeah, dragons, why not? There's a purple dragon over here, but he doesn't pose a threat anyway, so let's move on here. Another undead archer. You see, if I would have started in dungeon level 1, I would have more. I would have more problems getting through this dungeon, right? But I have the feeling that this is only the beginning of the dungeon. So let's see. Eagle eyes, range of view 50%. Let's give this to our friend here, and move on. So I've kind of reached the bottom of the map here, and I think there's another entrance to my dungeon here. So I'll work my way through to there to kind of like secure that dungeon entrance as well. Okay, some rats. Oh, graves. Lots of graves here. Lots of vases and mummies and graves and undead. I don't know. Where's this dungeon located? In Hardhome or what? Okay, let's see. Red, and that kind of secures the other entrance here. Like, if you see, I would go into here, and then the unit comes out here. So I have these two dungeon entrances, and I can now use them freely for whatever I see fit. And I see fit to take some more units with me, and it may be a good idea to upgrade TIE Swift and get some more units as well. maybe another Naga and another Troll and another Goblin. And then increase the population limit. Okay. If you didn't know, you can, as in most other RTS games, you can use Control 1, Control 2, blah blah blah, when you've selected a group of units to kind of store that on the 1 key or the 2 key or whatever you see fit. So that makes playing a little bit easier. But what most players do not know is that those groups also work in the dungeons. So, for example, I would pick up Morak here and press Control 2, and I'll just let him go, and then I'll go to the overworld and press 2, and I'll have Morak actually
payday.
selected, and click here, and then Morak will start walking out of the dungeon into the overworld, or what now here is a Smog's dungeon. So I can store multiple unit groups. Oh, there's a that will be interesting. Let's see. Never fear. Here we go. Okay. Yes, flames go a long way. Okay. And that red's not gonna last that long either. Okay, this is kind of a wizard feast here. Whatever. Let's see, there is kind of like a group of dwarves and some more pixies here, and the halflings. You know, I hate halflings. If you like, they can disable traps and stuff like that, but on the overworld they don't pose a bigger threat than the other units. But there is a spawner here, so I'll get rid of this tent. Bam, here we go. And then I can continue through the dungeon. Let's get Morak here as well. If you press 1 for the group that I've now selected, and then kind of hold shift, and then you can add Morak to that group. Press F1, and then you'll have the whole group walking to where you want them. There's a new goblin here, and I'll get him to be a flame-throwing gobblebot as well. And I'll upgrade Terrassa to be a Naga Queen as well. But I think I'm pretty well prepared now. Let's see, for whatever comes. There's another way through here, but it's blocked currently, so I'll need to go through here for the time being. Oh, reds, lots of reds. Let's see what happens when I go here. There's another dwarf. So dwarves seem to roam around here a lot. I wonder what that is. Oh, and now this path has opened up, so there's not... I don't have to walk all throughout the map to get this done, to get to this point. Let's get rid of this, and then take the potion here to heal all of my units in the vicinity. Okay, I've opened up that path, but I think I'll need to go this path as well, and then go down here. Let's see how far my units are here. Okay, Terrassa has finished upgrading. I'll send her up to my units as well. There's some spiders here. Let's get rid of that, because you know that in skirmish your goal is not only to like kill the final goal or any unit or something like that, but also all of the units and evilify all of the sectors. Chance of landing critical hits plus 15. That would be, I think, a good perk for Vunyan, the rock thrower, because he throws very hard-hitting projectiles, and if they then crit, that would be very cool. Okay, Terrassa has made it here, and I'll add her to the group on Control 1, so that we can continue together. She'll catch up eventually, though. You see her walking on the map there. There's a small glitch on the pickaxe, if someone has mentioned or noticed that. The pickaxe isn't supposed to be pinkish, but I think we'll be soon to fix that. Okay, there is a... Nice. There is a hole in one... no, a one hole here. There's something glowing in the dark, I don't know what it is. But you see that this seems kind of like a dwarven mine or something like that. And here is health points plus 25. Let's give that to one of the orcs. And then continue. Okay, I get it. This dungeon is red infested, right? I see it. Okay. One more health potion. Oh! Oh, it gets light here. What's that? It seems that some light is falling from the surface onto what looks like a pixie village here. A small pixie village. Yes, a pixie village. Pixies can bewitch enemies. So I'll get the battle cry going here before I move in to prevent that. But there are those little units here as well that can kind of root my units, and so they'll not be able to move forward. But not a big threat as well at this point. My units are well prepared and already upgraded to tier 3 or to tier 2, so Pixie Village is going down in style here as well. Bam! Evil fight. Now looks much nicer, doesn't it? Do we have more units here? Oh yeah, another flame-throwing Gobblepot.
Payday.
And Charles Swift here. I'll add them to the Control 1 group as well, and they'll catch up eventually. Yes. Okay, here we go. Let's see what lies beyond this. Oh, there's a group of enemies coming in here. Let's see. I hope we'll be able to get past them. Yes, I think so. Okay, this seems like a change of place here. More dwarves. I wonder if there's kind of a dwarven mine or something nearby. Architecture seems to change as well. More dwarves, pixies. Basically cannon fodder. Here we go. Nice. Let's get rid of this spawner as well. And then we'll move into what seems to be a dwarven grand hall or something. Ooh, nice! Stone pillars! Behold! The architectural feat of not putting anything on stone pillars. But I see that there's a group of enemies here. And because this architecture is so stunningly, maybe there's something more there, so I'll wait for my units here to catch up. Okay, the Gobblebot is pretty quick. He'll catch up eventually. And the Naga as well. Seriously, who built this? Ah, okay. Here we go. The Naga will catch up, but the Gobblebot deals a lot of damage though, so I wanted to have him with me. Let's see, do the war cry now, and then we'll move in. Oh yeah, here we go. It's a Dwarven High King, and lots of shielded units with paladins, but the flamethrowers will get rid of those eventually. They're getting rooted by these units, but but they made quick work of it. Like, yeah, your gleaming hammer didn't do a lot here. Some more dwarves here, pixies, basically cannon fodder. But they dropped a perk, damage plus 15%. Let's see. PS3 here can make good use of that. Okay, go. More dwarves. Oh, nice. Halflings. This looks like a dwarven forge. Nice. Let's see. Here we go. More alliance units to kill. Just serves to level up my units. Oh, and another perk, partially ignore armor. That would be very nice for Visheks here. Nice, here we go. Very good. Okay, so now you see that this was the way that was blocked before, but now I'm able to go through here. So if I wanted to go back to my crib, let's say, I could go through there and not have to make the whole way around. Dead Ranger, here we go. Wizards. Precisely on time to die. They drop 2 perks, armor +1 and regeneration rate +1. Let's give that regeneration rate to Tal Swift, so she doesn't have to spend time healing herself. And the armor would be used on the armor hard unit as well. Let's get the armor hard units in front, and then oh yeah, it's kind of an ambush here. That would have hit me hard if I wouldn't have been prepared with lots of strong units, but it may hit me eventually as I need to come around here and get rid of those catapults. But okay, it cost me some life points, but I got around this pretty quickly. Again, stating that this was started from dungeon level 3, so it would take up much more time to finish this level in another way. Okay, another. Well, I don't really need the armor perk. Oh, and now this way, this path has also opened up, so I can just quickly move my units from the dungeon through here. Let's get rid of these spiders here, and let's see. There's a he can continue working here, and let's see. Oh, maybe I just upgrade him to
payday.
The Juggernaut unit, the big fair troll Juggernaut. So okay. Oh, attack from another unit. See? Paladin, lots of other units as well. Yes, that's it. The spiders are dead as well, so I think I can continue through the dungeon here. Amazon warrior here. Down in one shot. And there's kind of a demigod here, and he will only get down if I he's immune to damage until I have eradicated all his colleagues here. So I'll start with killing them and ignoring him at the beginning, because if I would start attacking him, I would just, yeah, you see, he's immune to damage now. And she, as long as no Nagas are near the ranger, it can become invisible. But now I can attack the demigod and get rid of him. Hopefully he'll not spawn new colleagues then. Oh, it's I called for it, like jinxed it, right? Okay, he's still not immune because there's a ranger here. But now can I attack him? Let's go with this. It would be cool if you could fall down here, but no, there's a guy down there. Well, he kind of fell down there. Yeah, let's see. So he dropped something as well. No. Okay. Let's see. Paladins here and some wizards and a spawner building. Let's get rid of that. And you see that here the area becomes more fiery, let's call it that. And there are more small dragons here, so it seems we're getting closer to smog. Yes, here we go. Another dragon here. Small dragon just. Oh, black dragon. Also going down. Is it just me that finds it strange that dragons are, like, vulnerable to fire? They're spewing fire, right? So, nah, whatever. Don't think too much. 4 dragons here, 2 dragons coming from above, but attacking my Nagas. That's it. Okay. So now I think you see there's an exclamation mark here. That needs to mean something, right? So let's see. Let's see. There's a lava pit here. Just move in here a little bit. There's a spawner of dragons here. There's a spawner of dragons there. And then we have Smog waiting there. Let's see. Smog is the bigger dragon here. Nice. Red glooming eyes. And so this is the boss fight of this level, right? First of all, I need to get rid of all these small units here reasonably quickly. Here as well. But you see that by time he is like doing a war cry and then spewing fire, so I need to get out of his path. And then I need to start attacking him, but by time he'll get immune as long as his units are still alive, or his, let's say, hatchlings. I can't attack the spawners here, so I'll have to attack him directly in the time that he's vulnerable. Oh, and he kind of can one-shot kill one of my units, if I'm not careful enough. Okay, but I'll get him down. I promise. There's more units spawning here, and I'll need to get rid of them to get him outside of his immunity. So now he's got his war cry again, and he's killing one of my units as well. I wasn't careful enough. But then I didn't need to be. So there was your first look on the dragons in Dungeons 2, A Chance of Dragons. This will be the first DLC for Dungeons 2, coming out most probably very, very early in August. Feel free. There will be like 3 maps, all revolving around the theme of dragons, and of course we have a lot more coming in the coming weeks and months for Dungeons 2. Lots of ideas, and let me tell you that reading through the suggestion threads in the Steam forums and all the stuff that you guys are throwing at us on ideas is really, really satisfying. And while we can't really promise that we'll incorporate everything into the game that you say, we will try to get as much in there as possible. So thank you all for watching. I'll stay in chat a little bit longer if you have any more questions, but that's the stream for Dungeons 2, A Chance of Dragons. Thank you very much, and bye.